So let me say something about this. Trump ordered freeze on all federal grants and loans. Federal grants and loans. You know what that means? When you receive help from the federal government, it's certain rules and regulations you have to go by, or you're gonna receive that loan or them grants. They'll cut you off. That been there way before President Donald Trump. Let me say something also. I made videos disagreeing with him. So don't say I'm all with him or this about him or whatever. No. I made videos saying this is not right, this is right, or whatever. So let me get to my topic. Hold up. Right here. Democrats warn that Trump latest no, that's the wrong one. Hold up. I'm sorry. That's the right one. Could have significant harm on programs used by millions of Americans. We talk about that word could. You could not wake up tomorrow. You could be in a car accident. You could be in a you could whatever. Could. So do not let could scare you. Put you in a scare tactic. Or have you whatever. Because could is always a part of life. And let me say something to you Democrats. Do not use that as a weapon to say we're not gonna budge because you want transgender mans to be in the same bathroom as women and little girls in sports. You want these programs in the military that will hurt our military. You want to push your Marxist communist agendas, socialism. I do not want Marxism. I do not want communism or socialism. Freedom is what I want. And freedom is what I want to keep. Your Marxist, communist, socialist agenda takes away from that. So let's come to an understanding. Don't blame President Donald Trump if the Democrats do not want to give up their Marxist ways, their socialism ways, their communism ways. Do not blame him for that. Like I said, these grants help plenty of red and blue states. But what this really about is about if the Democrats would stop using federal funds to push Marxism, communism, socialism. I don't really understand the whole DEI situation. Somebody might like, somebody might like, oh no, that's wrong. But I know that this is what's going on. Struggle communities. Democrats always like to use hitting words and hitting scare tactics. Maybe some of the Republicans do too, though. But if you stop pushing these ways upon us, these communism, Marxism, socialism ways what you did for the last 4 years, and come together and say, hold up, and start using federal money for it. You want to do it at state level? Then whatever. But when you use federal money to push stuff like this, the federal government have every right to cut you off. Just like a normal human being that receive federal help. If you don't go by them guidelines and them principles or whatever for that grant and that loan, then before President Donald Trump, you will have been cut off. So quit trying to blame him for that. What's been around, that's the rule of the federal grants and the federal loans. You have to go by you have to go by their rules. Or you will not get it. Or you will be cut off. And President Donald Trump, let me say something to you. If that's the situation, You cannot have people, I talked about it already, millions of people starving on the streets, can't pay their rent. And Democrats do not try to hold that and push that so that can happen. You liberals, Democrat progressive. So come together and stop this madness. Because it's a madness on both, because it's wrong on both sides. But somebody told me for every action it's a reaction. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. You Democrat, liberal, progressive push this upon us. Pushing Marxism, communism, socialism, pushing big government, weaponizing the federal government against the American people. So we have to, as American citizens, understand what's really going on and come together and say, hey, you know what? That was wrong for you, Democrats, to push that little boy to have his what's name cut off, or that little girl, or teaching preschool kids they have no genders. And that's wrong for you, Trump, if you're trying to cut off assistance for people to eat and buy housing. But at the same time, that's federal help. That's federal government.